Hello YouTube, Zopu here with an announcement for the beginning of this video. I had originally made a small memorial to Valentina Kerman, but I lost the footage and instead I'm just giving you the small message at the beginning. You'll be able to just quickly see later in the video there's a flag in the Space Center, and that is the Valentina Kerman Memorial. And now we're just going to move on into the video, which just starts as I am looking at a new build for very emotional memorial. We are back on the drawing board with Boomstick 4, the ill-fated rocket that caused death of Valentina, and we're going to fix the first major issue, which was there no heat shield. There, that's fixed. And the second mistake was that I put no science whatsoever on this thing. So we are going to remedy this by adding a service bay. Open it up and put the sciencey things inside. See, by putting the Kerbal Engineer here and a couple of goo pods, then closing it up, I can get all the science I need without damaging the aerodynamics, and maybe even add a science junior underneath. Get up. So it seems a bit weak to me. Oh, and that's too many parts. 4 too many. Or 4 is just what I added in, so we're gonna do it like that, so at least I get some science out of it. Crew, Jebediah is the pilot, and should add an antenna right at the top. There. Okay. Let's check my staging. Okay, hopefully this will work better this time, especially now that it's an actual mission to come back safely. And one last thing is, I am going to rename this the Valentina series of rockets. So this is the Valentina 1. Right. What? So I can't... Oh, crap. So I can't even bring any science with me with this particular rocket. And I don't have enough to... Okay, so... Never mind. Or I could just not take the antenna. Yeah. No, this is better because I'll get more bang for my buck. Okay. Save. Sorry about that. Once again, launching. Or to the launch pad. Okay. Weather conditions are nominal. Throttle is at full power. Stability is on. Everything should be just fine. Let's go. Steering hard towards the east. This thing's just too heavy to turn right. And oh, let's point at the 90-degree vector. Come back, come back, come back! Come back. Totally meant to do that. Okay, here a bit of editing as I'm speeding up the video to about 4 times regular speed, because really you don't want me, don't want to see me just getting into a regular orbit. It's all pretty boring. Everything just went fine. I just put a maneuver node, accelerated. I did it in 2 steps. As I first accelerated, which rose my apoapse a good bit. Then I stopped, and then as soon as I got back to the apoapse, accelerated again. This way I saved a little fuel because I was afraid I'd be a little short. After that, it was just a matter of doing crew report, getting some science, EVA every once in a while above different biomes, which was quite hard to guess when exactly I was above different biomes, because as you can see, I was on the night side of the planet, and really I didn't want to go around a few times to get all the biomes, because my periapse was practically inside the atmosphere, and it was getting ever so slightly lower as time went by. So I was fairly certain that after one more turn, it would have actually been below 70,000 kilometers, which would have prevented me from getting success from the actual mission, which was going back from orbit. And here I will be going back to old me in real time as I am about to re-enter the atmosphere. All in all, a pretty standard re-entry. Nothing major happened. Just a little heat, which is perfectly normal, but this time, unlike the time with Valentina, I have a heat shield with the ablation, which is basically just the metal evaporating under heat. So everything went fine. And here I will just leave you with old me. Jump cut. Sorry for the weird interruption. I had to go buy a lawnmower. What the? So yeah, everything is more or less nominal. I'm right above the sea. I'll wait to be about 1,000 meters above the ground to open the chute. Or above the sea. Okay. There. Come on, slow down. Slow down. Perfect landing! And yep, I even got a mission success for that. Recover. Okay, 67 science. And Jebediah leveled up. So with 67, I can actually get some better rocketry. And with this, I can actually make a rocket with which I can much more easily get into orbit and all that. Don't really want to try to go to the moon with it yet, even though it's my next mission. Fly by the moon. That might be more doable. So let's make a new rocket. Command pod. I'm just gonna zoom in a little. Come on, zoom. There we go. So yeah, first things first. Shoot. And the heat shield. These are the very basics. Structural. Then we need a stack decoupler. What? Nope, come back. So this is gonna be our landing stage. I'm not gonna try to land on the moon, just to fly by it. Then I'm going to put in sciencey stuff. Open. So Kerbal Engineer board. 2 mystery goo canister. And a science junior underneath. It's gonna close. Communitron right on top. Here I want an FLT 200 fuel tank. And here, the smallest engine available, the Terrier engine. Might be a bit too little fuel. Yeah. What? I'm gonna put the new big fuel tank to make sure I have enough. Structural. Stack the coupler, and here I will put 1, 2, 3 engines with an FLT-45 and around it I will put 3 radial decouplers and how many parts left? 10 parts. 9. Yeah. To zoom out. These are too high. Gonna put 3 solid fuel booster, some extra pop, and for aerodynamics reason, nose cones. Okay. And I have some stuff left, so I can put some winglets here. Okay, so this should fly a lot better than the previous model. This is still similar. So this is gonna be the Valentina 2. It's just a slightly upgraded version of the Valentina. Oh wait. The last one was the Valentina 4. Oh well. I'm retconning myself. The previous Valentina rocket was Valentina 1 and this is Valentina 2. Don't question it. So yeah, I'm just checking staging this and that. This is here. Okay. Jeb at the control. Let's go for launch. So throttle up to the max, stability assist. 3, 2, 1, fire. And once again, you don't need to see me go into orbit at real time, so I'll be showing it at 4 times regular speed because it's just boring. Nothing interesting happens, just regular getting into orbit. Just slightly unstable, not quite sure why that happened, but Jeb looked very happy with himself. I tried to keep it straight as much as I could, but as you can see, there was a good bit of wobbling, and despite my best effort, I was a bit short on the Delta V, so I was really careful about where I wanted to stop. I didn't get into an orbit quite as high as I wanted to be. I had to settle for a lower periaps, and now I just doing the last finishing maneuver, and I will leave you with all the me again for real-time commentary. Okay, so to go to the moon this one is this one. The one further away is Minmus, which is ironically is much easier to land than on and do maneuvers, but just takes a bit more work to actually get there, although not that much. So the best way to do this is to align it here. This is the Scott Manley approved method. So you just align your target, your set its target to be about 90 degrees away to your right. You take it, you go 90 degrees downwards. So in other words, you want your target to be at 3 o'clock and you're gonna set your node at 6 o'clock at a maneuver, and then you just accelerate away from the planet, and in theory you should get an encounter. There you go. And estimated burn 45 seconds. Do I have the fuel? Yes, come on. Show me my... Oh, there we go. I have 49 seconds of fuel. Yeah, this isn't going to really work, is it? Oh, this is... I'm just gonna check if there's by some miracle an other approach I can take. Or I don't have to burn quite as much fuel. Just get me into such an eccentric orbit that, yeah. Nope, 45 seconds the best I can do. And then with 4 seconds of fuel, it's gonna be really, really tough to go. Okay, I'm gonna try it anyway and just see how it goes. Worst case scenario, I have to mount a rescue mission and to get Jeb back. But I have to hire a new pilot for that. Okay. Okay. Shit. A bit too late. Hopefully that won't damage my trajectory too badly. Come on. Come on. You can do this. You can do this, Jeb. Stop. Okay, this is gonna leave me in a stupidly eccentric orbit. We'll just have to see how it goes. I just want to make sure not to go too fast and just hit the moon. Okay, so this is a perfect approach to get to the moon. I'm just wondering if I escape, like if I accelerate faster, how much fuel? Yeah. Okay, so this isn't going to work. So first I'm going to be getting the science. Space high over the moon. Keep the data. Open this up. Observe the mystery goo. Keep. I'm gonna do this later. EVA out. EVA report. Keep. Board. Crew report. Send. Okay, so then I'm just going to time accelerate until I hit my escape point. my apoapsis will be in 8 days. If I add a maneuver here and just slow down as much as I can at my apoaps. 2 seconds. I'm gonna hit the moon again. 2 seconds. I need to check exactly how much I have. Okay. This is telling me I have 8 seconds. I have 211 milliseconds of delta V left. So I should be able to come back. More. I don't want dust. Okay. This should do the trick. So here, Jeb. Okay, for the last time, I'll fast forward a bit because this wasn't particularly interesting. Just me doing some final calculation, so to speak, which is just random luck and guess in my case. Final bit of EVA with Jeb, just to get that last bit of science. Collect the data from the Science Junior, collect from the mystery goo, then try to get to the other mystery goo canister, and realizing I forgot to actually collect any data, so I had to take it again, go out, and just repeat the process and one extra time, and for some reason having an extra bit of trouble to get back into the ship, but nothing major. After that though, everything actually got kind of weird. After that final time fast forwarding, everything, I just lost control of everything. The ship refused to do as it was told, and I had to reload a bunch of times because I kept losing control of every single system. But I got through, and I managed to save myself. As you can see here, I kept spinning. I had to reload once again. It was just a mess. I actually had to sort of close the game, even restart my computer for everything to work out. It's just an utter mess. So, don't know. Probably just some bugs and quirks that need to be worked out. But in the end, I managed to get into an appropriate orbit. Eject, and then I just fast forward, and I'll leave you back with old me for the last time. Simple aerodynamic force are going to keep the stage in the right position. Okay. Everything should go just fine. Don't you worry, Jeb. He doesn't seem worried. He looks pretty pleased with the situation. Looking at all the pretty fire. We can even look at what Jeb's seeing. Okay. Flames and but you can see how far he is from the ground. So very pretty. I find this site much prettier. You can see the ground underneath as the sun goes up. I think it's going up. Must be going up. I think I'm going. Which way am I going? Yeah. It's going up, I think. Maybe. Big question. Yeah, that was enough to slow me down to the point where I will hit the ground. Or C. Which will be. It might just get to stop here. Oh. What? Let's wait for the actual surprise. Although I really think I'm just gonna land in water again. It's generally preferred and safer to land in water, at least with capsules like that, because with land there's always the risk that you're gonna be of course by some margin and land on someone's house, which would be very bad. But you know what? I might actually make it to land. So it did have a fairly shallow re-entry trajectory. Let's just time accelerate out of this. And the verdict is it's gonna be water. Just off the coast. So yeah, let's just wait for it to be under 2,000 to release my chute. And let's go. Full release. Slowing down. Perfect. Let's recover. Yeah. 132 science gain, 179 total. I got back 1,000 from recovered parts. Actually, didn't land too far from the space center. That's good. Crew Jabe 2xp gained. So let's just look at what I shall be getting. What's the most useful here? What I really want to go to the moon is actually this. The external fuel duct, which is really helpful. Better aerodynamics, that might be good. Yeah, I need struts. And I'm short one. The last thing I really want are some batteries to not have the problem of running out of power. I am short one science point to get it, which granted will be easy enough to get. I just need one of the guys to just step off, just do a crew report from one of the, like, somewhere in the space center, and I'll probably get that one point. So yeah, this will definitely be enough for episode 3. I am Zopu, this is Kerbal Space Program, and I'll see you next